Love and greetings to you. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I've been doing this since 2001. It's a long time. I used to be a divorce mediator, and then a couple asked me to help them save their marriage, and I thought, why not? I couldn't do worse than the marriage counselors who were sending people to me. And guess what? I discovered why marriage counseling doesn't work. I discovered why most marriages don't work. You know, they talk about a over 50% failure for marriages, which is statistical, but they don't talk about all those marriages that are together that are unhappy. And there's tons of them. You know that. Yours is not happy. Otherwise, you wouldn't be complaining about your spouse being self-centered. And that's the topic here. The topic is how to deal with a self-centered spouse. So I'm glad you didn't use the term narcissistic. It's very common these days, and it's inaccurate. So I'd like you to subscribe. I'd like you to like the video, and let's talk about your spouse being self-centered before we talk about how to deal with them. By nature, every human being who is not a saint is self-centered because we're souls. This is not religious. We are souls. We have a mind, which is our computer, and we have a body, which is our vehicle for hanging out in creation and enjoying it. Now, the body, we know from biology, is all about self-preservation or self-centeredness. The mind is kind of in between us as the soul and the body. It's a war. We identify, it's called the ego. It's a combination of soul and body consciousness is the ego. But we are really the soul. But we don't know that because we're not taught that. Where's the love in our marriage? It's in the soul. Bodies and minds can't feel love. You know, your mind can't even feel love. Go all the way back to when you met your soulmate and you had this overwhelming experience. It was a spiritual experience. That's called love. That love cannot be handled by the mind. So if you can recall, I'm sure you can't, but try now to feel that deep love. Your mind is going to jump in with all these thoughts. And the training we have to undergo, self-imposed, is the training of learning how to control our mind so that our soul will reveal itself. So there's two parts to the answer here. One part is don't worry about them being self-centered. Of course they are. But if you think about it, so are you. And also think, I didn't realize it, but I guess I am. I do put my own needs ahead of my spouse's. And I need to start watching my mind because you can't control their mind. It's impossible. It's hard enough to get your own mind under control, much less possible to get someone else's mind under control. I'm going to give you a personal story. Way back, I've been on a spiritual path, you might say. I asked a monk to be my spiritual guide. And he was for 20 plus years. And I gave permission. I gave requests. Please correct me. Please discipline me. In all those years, never once did a word of criticism pass his lips. Never once was I criticized. I learned by his example. And when we're married, our spouse is an inspiration in many ways to us. And if we really pay attention to their behavior, because they're not all bad, even though you're seeing them because of your own self-preservation, you're seeing them as self-centered, so you don't have to look at your own stuff. Now it's time to start. Now it's time to start cultivating your love. Now it's time to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it. Now's the time for me to part company and invite you back again I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. Thank you for stopping by. God bless you. God bless your husband or your wife. Take care. Thank you.